Today's movie will rock your world, literally, because it's a heavy metal horror movie. Work with me here. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner core geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Charles Martin Smith's cult classic headbanger flick, Trick or Treat. Released in 1986, this one has become a fan favorite over the years because it captures the 80s zeitgeist around the dangers of heavy metal being a gateway to devil worship, features appearances from Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne, and has a pretty great hair metal soundtrack. Now that it's available from our friends at Synapse Films, a whole new generation can shout at the devil. But enough about that. Can Trick or Treat raise enough hell to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Jerry Root, Mark Garcia, and Tyson Lutz. Hope I didn't murder your name, Tyson. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on a Dino De Laurentiis Entertainment Group logo, so you know we're in for some real quality stuff. And we're not wasting any time because here's a title card. Honestly, I've seen worse, but I'm stunned they didn't go for the black metal font. Starring Mark Price, best known as next door dork Skippy on Family Ties. According to stories, Price got the part because the producers were impressed with his comedic chops. And here's the late Tony Fields. Fields is Sammy Kerr in the film, a role that was initially offered to both Blackie Lawless and Gene Simmons. Ah yes, I'll have the orgolini and marinara with garlic bread on the side, please. Doug Savant. Someone sure had a high opinion of his intellect. And while Gene Simmons may have turned down the part of Sammy, he still wound up in the film as Nuke, which he presented as his homage to the legendary Wolfman Jack. Whoa, Ozzy too? Wow, Joan Jett really let herself go. Original music by Fastway. This group was comprised of former Motorhead guitarist Fast Eddie Clarke and Pete Way of UFO, as well as Flogging Molly vocalist Dave King. Hey, music by Hellraiser's Christopher Young. Man, there was a lot of talent involved in this thing. 3 guys to write the screenplay? For real? And directed by Charles Martin Smith. Smith's had a long career both in front of and behind the camera. For me, he's always best remembered as the cop who puts Larry Fishburne undercover in Deep Cover. It really is a fantastic film. Smith, as it turns out, was not the first choice to direct. They originally offered the job to Penelope Spheris, but she declined. And now we're in the movie proper. My dearest Mallory, I don't know what you see in that Nick guy. He's dumber than a box of rocks. Do you kids even remember Mallory's boyfriend on Family Ties? Christ, I'm old.
It is nice to meet you finally. I've heard an awful lot about you.
Hey.
Ah yes, steps at school. These people are into higher education. And now he's the person under the stairs. Maybe this is where Craven got the idea. Oh man, I got a Twinkie when I really wanted to meet some ho-hos, if you catch my drift. Oh, look out. We've got evil preppies. This is totally an 80s movie. Anyway, it looks like things are about to get steamy.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. I mean, he's in the shower. Please, God, don't keep panning down. I have no desire to see little Skippy, thanks. Oh man, they got the new issue of Teen Beat. This is the Wham issue. And see, kids were taking naked pics long before cell phones. I'm not even sure what this face means. It's like, oh God, Skippy is packing. Dear Penthouse Forum, I made it with the whole girls volleyball team today. I bet he takes this thing to school and tells his friend it's his model girlfriend and she lives in Canada. Ragman, that's the worst superhero name ever. His alter ego is the ShamWow guy, I bet. ShamWow guy. There's a dude I haven't thought of in forever. And I was glad to not think of him. Oh yeah, mailing a letter? Definitely the 80s. Now you just stalk him on social media. And look out, Sammy's gobbling some snake.
Hell yeah.
Well, technically yes, he appears to be eating this snake. Yes, and this is a nod to the whole Ozzy bat thing. This old lady's just on to talk about Sammy. Oh, that Sammy, he's a righteous dude. Hey, is that Connie Chung? But there's some bad news for Skippy.
Rock star Sammy Kerr, victim of a hotel fire, dead at age 38.
Oh yeah, looks like he went out like a Doors song. Someone definitely lit his fire. Well, Sammy's dead, and I guess that's a wrap on this week's movie. Let's go to the... What? There's more movie? Damn it. Town establishing shot. Oh, great, it's a video podcast. And here's Gene Simmons. Fun fact, I was terrified of Gene Simmons in the makeup as a child. I was also like 4 years old. Now I just wonder how Shannon Tweed puts up with him. Not gonna lie, this is kinda like Gene Simmons cosplaying Dale Earnhardt. Also, not gonna lie about this either. I always thought Gene's first appearance on the show would be Runaway with Tom Selleck, but I guess this'll do. Hey, kid, it's been great shooting the shit with you, but I gotta get back to work. I got this great idea for a song called Love Gun. Now get out of here. But before you go, take this copy of Crazy Nights. No one bought it anyway. Back at school, things appear to be picking up for Eddie. Hey, are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing? Sorry, I only have eyes for Mallory Keaton, but she comes bearing gifts. Oh, sweet, a mixtape! Oh, and his naked Polaroid. That moon is pretty full. And now she's gonna shoot her shot.
So are you going to the pool party tonight?
Are you hitting on me? I mean, for real, because girls confuse me. Alright, I don't own swimming trunks. Gotta make some Gene cutoffs. Oh, come on. He drives a hoopty, but he sprung for the vanity plate? God, I sure hope Freddy Krueger crashes this pool party. Why am I suddenly getting the first act of Toxic Avenger vibes here? You know how I know I'm old? I'm looking at this pool party and not thinking, that looks like a good time, but instead I'm thinking, I bet their property insurance company would shit a brick about a bunch of kids in here after closing. Yeah, looks like someone's way overdressed for this pool party. Greg Louganis here needs some practice. Give that a 2.5. And of course Skippy's arch nemesis is here. This is a face that looks like it should be shouting, "It's garbage day!" Garbage day! This girl's hair is why we had a hole in the ozone layer in the 80s. She's more Aquanet than human. And it is a pool party, so he should definitely get in the water. He's probably gonna drown, but here comes his new girlfriend to save him. Embarrassed, he takes off with Leslie in hot pursuit. Eddie, come back! I just want to practice CPR with you! Too bad he's busy plotting revenge to miss the obvious chance for a hookup.
I'm gonna nail every one of those bastards.
Oh, cut. Can we get line coach Linda Day George in here to show him how to properly deliver that line? Bastard! Bastard! Welcome back, Linda. I've missed you. I will say, it's very hard to make a dramatic exit with your shoes squeaking. Back home, he's going to listen to Sammy's final album, Songs in the Key of Death. Nice little nod to Stevie Wonder there. Why is this house on fire? Oh, it's because they're shooting a music video. Is he speaking backwards? And football practice. All right, time for some scratching. Oh no, we've got hidden messages. Someone call Tipper Gore and tell her she was right all along.
Let the big fish hook themselves. You're the bait is you.
God, even the floor is turned on apparently. At lunch, Leslie is back. Look at that milk carton. I think, judging by that photo, that Oscar Wilde might be missing. But before they can crack that missing persons case, Skippy's got unfinished business with Tim. You just tried pushing me in the pool again. Dude, this is a cafeteria. And that escalated quickly. Man, this is like a slip and fall in one of those corny work safety videos. Janitor's like, goddamn kids, always making more work for me. Skippy's really hauling ass. You know, because he's running in the hallway. Anyway, this chase scene ends with a bunch of people covered in sticky white goo.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. From the fire extinguisher. House establishing shot. A young DJ Qbert works on his baby scratches. Fun fact, this is writer-producer Glenn Morgan, probably best known for his work on The X-Files. Morgan wasn't supposed to be in the film, but got tossed into the part after he and X-Files partner James Wong worked on the script. Turns out Roger and I have the same opinion of hidden lyrics in records, too.
You have fallen for the biggest gimmick in the record industry. I mean, some ad exec somewhere thought up the idea of hidden lyrics so that pinheads like Eduardo Weinbauer would fuck up their records playing them backwards and then have to go buy more.
The best part here is his copy of Songs in the Key of Death is the only one in the world. Way to ruin a priceless artifact, Skippy. Yeah, you have fun shouting at the devil. I'm out. Oh, hit parader. That takes me back. Now that everyone's gone, Eddie can let loose and enjoy his Barry Manilow cassettes without anyone judging him. Copacabana is my jam. But there may be something to this whole hidden message thing after all. It's like a Ouija board in vinyl form. I swear my allegiance to you, Barry Manilow. I can't smile without you. Honey, are you in there doing the 5-knuckle shuffle again? I told you, you'll go blind. The next day, it's back to school. Poor Skippy, stuck with a Sanyo. Couldn't even afford a Sony Walkman. And he can't even enjoy his hair metal in peace because here come the preppies. Pretty sure they got those outfits down at the Oak Tree at the mall. And he's not a fan of metal. Judging by these boots, he probably appreciates country western. Say you love Conway Twitty and Hank Williams. Say it!
Do you think I'm a puss?
Well, duh. Of course you are. Look at that stupid tie you're wearing. Don't even get me started on your hair. And that tie's gonna be his undoing. Hey, are we about to get some full GI violence? And that's the end of the fight. You could say he choked. And here's a live look at me driving anytime MOP's Annie Up comes on my underground hip-hop Pandora station. And just like Sammy Hagar, he can't drive 55 either. Oh God, this room smells of BO, weed, and boy farts. I bet there's a crusty sock around here somewhere. Gah, my son is into bondage. Mom, are you rifling through my bondage stuff again? Oh, sweet, he's got a shrine for his girlfriend. And now he's dropping the needle like he's Maestro Fresh Wes. School establishing shot. Oh God, Skippy made a mixtape for Tim. Maybe they'll go to the prom together since Mallory already shot him down. Look at Glenn Morgan, just casually upskirting this cheerleader. Oh yeah, this is definitely uncharted territory for him. Later that night, Tim's main squeeze gets the tape. I bet this is the new Go-Go's album. Are the headphones farting? What is this green stuff? Wait, maybe she's listening to the Die Vinyls, because she's definitely touching herself. What the hell? Yeah, that car's definitely rocking. And that new track was so hot, it literally melted her ears. With that settled, it looks like someone's getting a leg up over here. Oh, look at Ozzy. He looks very respectable. I bet he hated this. Do it like a dog. Was that the alternate title for Snoop's Doggy Style? Anyway, looks like Eddie's about to summon the Cenobites. And Tim's here. Eddie, I just can't quit you. Oh, and we get an update on his girl.
She's in the fucking hospital, man. You could have fucking
I mean, it's good she's alive, but she'll never wear earrings again. Then he takes off, but not before asking Eddie what his favorite Biz Marquee song is.
It's just a friend.
Personally, I'd have gone with Nobody Beats the Biz. After this news, Eddie wants out, but Sammy isn't really down with that.
No whims. No false metal.
I concur. Eddie's ready to change the record, but not so fast. Then Mom shows up. Eddie, you're so sweaty. Have you been smoking the reefer? Man, this place has some serious electrical issues. And now there's an earthquake, too. This kid cannot catch a break. Hey, I thought metalheads were into coke. The 80s sure did love this person pressing up against spandex special effects shot. Oh, look who finally showed up. It occurs to me that this movie feels an awful lot like a test run for Brain Scan. Yeah, well, this place is pretty small and crappy, but I've played worse. Come with me if you want to rock. Here's a live look at me anytime someone puts Toto's Africa on the turntable. Hello? Crazy Eddie? You got any deals on home stereos running right now? House establishing shot. Sweet Oldsmobile. It's no K car, but it's close. And it turns out Roger's here to steal the tape. And like all master criminals, he's biking away from the scene of the crime. Oh, damn it, this is the wrong tape. I didn't want the Carpenters. Well, guess we might as well see how bad this sucks.
It's not too unnormal.
Hey, Claudio Fragasso is his roommate. Claudio, what did I tell you about running the fog machine in the main living areas? Oh, hi there. I guess this is a good time to point out that Roger here didn't destroy the tape like he was supposed to. And it turns out he's not here to kill Raj, he's just got a request.
Play my tape for me tonight. Or die.
Oh, now it's like Shocker. And then he's gone. Yeah, thanks for leaving the ashes of your victims here. I'll just vacuum them up. You just go do rocker stuff. Back at Skippy's, Rambo is clearly off cycle. But I will say, Mom's Rhonda Shear cosplay is solid though. She's gonna be up all night. Holy crap, we got Houdini on the soundtrack. In a movie about metal. And of course, Raj is gonna swap the tape for Sammy's new album. I mean, what could go wrong? Back at home, Skippy's like, My stereo is shot, but we can probably get Dr. Demento's Halloween show on this thing. Ah, yes. Nothing like a relaxing Halloween night at home on the couch, checking my stocks. Anyway, Leslie's giving him a ring.
The costume is slowly unraveling.
Yeah, she's as subtle as a sledgehammer to the nads. And of course, Skippy's more concerned about what the DJ is playing, which is why he'll be forever alone.
No, the music. What's the music?
Now he's gotta get to that dance. To the hoopty! Except his car went as Christine this Halloween. How many points is a ghost on a bike? Asking for a friend. And now the car's a convertible. That's probably gonna up its resale value. Oh yeah, it's a real hot rod. And he gets it under control, just in the nick of time. Back at the party, it's a cameo from director Charles Martin Smith. Oh no, are we about to get some live wuss rock? Lake Ridge High, are you ready to party? I'm just gonna turn this up to 11, and look out. By God, Sammy is locked in the claw! I bet you thought that was really Jim Ross this week, didn't you? Oh hey, Sammy's the new lead singer. I'm gonna play all your favorites, but first I want to share some tracks off my new album. You suck, get off the stage! I don't know if he's laying the beat or just trying to get a vein to pop for later. Yeah, it definitely smells like Teen Spirit out here. Anyway, let's check out this song and hope I don't get claimed for it. Rock and roll, rock and steal your soul. Ian Sarah?
It stinks.
Ian, that's harsh. I mean, this is way better than anything in Rock and Roll Nightmare. Also, fun fact, apparently FX legend Kevin Yeager is the lead guitarist in the band. Shake your moneymaker! Jesus, is the whole school here? I do love that we're gonna pad the runtime with a full performance of this song. Oh shit, he's got a laser guitar! Way cooler than a keytar. And no love for the drummer. Same as it ever was. I mean, he's clearly laying down some real power riffs. And solo time! That probably deserves its own hell yeah, but I was too lazy to write one. This is probably what Slash looked like without the hat, honestly. Wow, this stage show has it all. Say what you will about Sammy, but he definitely gave the fans their money's worth. And here comes Eddie. You missed the whole big scene, dude. Judging by all this smoke, I guess Method Man was the opening act tonight. If you're wondering what happened to Tim, he's in here harassing Eddie's love interest.
And he put Jeannie in the hospital with his voodoo, witchcraft, whatever the hell it is.
Lance Henriksen? What's your take on this?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Are you high? Because you sound high. Anyway, Tim's gonna make his move. I mean, this is probably fine, since his girlfriend is in the hospital with no ears, so she won't be able to hear the gossip anyway. But Leslie's not down, and gets some pimpan for her troubles. Tim's gonna give Eddie some pimpan too. But hold on, looks like one of the Road Warriors has entered the ring. Oh, never mind, it's just Sammy. I will say, this scene is pretty electric. Hey, Leslie, this is no time for 7 minutes of heaven. There's an undead metalhead out there. See? He's still here. He's gonna get Eddie to join his band, but Roger is here to save the day. I don't mean to pry, but, you know, crowbar. Man, nothing has wired well in this movie. And Sammy's gone. Movie over, right?
So he's gone. I think so.
Not so fast. Gene Simmons is gonna play the album on the radio. Ticking clock. But first, a jump scare. Literally this time. Anyway, this cop's just out here looking for Michael Myers. Now he's gonna use the taser on Sammy. Don't tase me, bro! Back at Eddie's, things are getting weird. Hey, you weren't in here messing with my crusty sock, were you? I can explain! I feel like I have not talked enough about the magnificent ape drape Eddie is sporting. That's all party in the back. They head off to find the keys, but they also find another jump scare. Looks like his attempt to kill them has been hampered. Yes, electrocuted in the toilet. What a way to go. Maybe he's feeling a little flushed. Also, this house now needs an electrician and a plumber. With Sammy thwarted for the moment, it's off to the radio station. You set the bar pretty high on our first date, honey. WZLP in Cincinnati. Wait, wrong station. Looks like they might have a poltergeist in here. And might as well take this romance to the next level while we're here, too. I sure hope he doesn't call her Mallory. My hero.
You know, you looked a little flush back there.
Hey, I already made that joke, man. Oh, it looks like they're going back to the future. Which is funny, since Michael J. Fox was on Family Ties too, and in that movie. That's what we call synergy. Oh, never mind. They're just going back to this bridge. They should really put a sign and maybe some barricades up there. Now Leslie's destroying the tapes. Oh, hey, look, Eddie lived. Yes, looks like everything's dialed in. And cue credits. So, what have we learned from Trick or Treat? Well, for starters, that the 80s were a really weird time where people were convinced that androgynous rock stars and games like Dungeons & Dragons were luring kids to the Dark Lord. I feel like we're probably headed back there. Trick or Treat is one of those films that could have only come from the 80s, which means A, I love it, and B, that it's perfect for this show. And Synapse's new Blu-ray release of this one is fantastic. If you haven't grabbed a copy already, don't miss out. There's a link in the description. But enough about that. Can Trick or Treat rock its way to a 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. For a movie with Kevin Yeager effects, Trick or Treat is a little light on the gore. We're treated to some melted ears, exploding high school kids, Sammy's burn makeup, and that's about it. As such, I can't give this one anything more than a 2 barf bag rating. While this one isn't wall-to-wall splatter, there's no denying that it's a cult classic and well worth seeing. Looking for another rock and roll horror flick? Then be sure to check out my review of Rock and Roll Nightmare. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.